Hello folks, I'm going to explain to you guys now how accurate an Amazon spreader actually is. So I have a little bit of time here now this morning to play around with it. So I'd be asked by a farmer to spread his paddock. Now he just told me that there's 6 acres in the paddock, and I have set the spreader, we have 500 kgs in the spreader. So I divided it out over the 6 acres, which is it's 200 kgs per hectare, and the spreader is telling me that I have 2.5 hectares in the field. So we're going to start now by doing a boundary run in the field, and we'll see how many acres are actually in the field, because this can be an issue when you're spreading on contract. So we'll do a boundary, we'll measure the field, and then we'll figure out what exactly is in the field, because there might be 5.5 or 6 1/4 or whatever. So I'm going to go through this with you now. So I'm going to start spreading here in a second, and I'm using AutoSteer, Trimble AutoSteer, which is completely separate to the Amazon spreader, the Amtron 4 box. So we'll start spreading here now. So I'm going to, when we start spreading, we press the border, which is set at 500 RPM, and go from there. So okay, so I've spread the border of the field, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see exactly how many hectares are in the field, and it's saying there's 2.67 hectares in the field, and we have 1.24 hectares left to spread. So what I do now is I will go back to my spreader chart, and we have 1 hectare left in the hopper. So there was more than the 6 acres in the field. So what we do now is we'll reduce the rate. So now we're saying there's 1.5, and it's saying 1.2. So maybe so we're at 1.1. So now we're saying there's 1.3 at 80% of my target rate. So let's see how this goes. So we're going to do the one piece of short round that we have to do, and then we'll come back down on the main run. So we're down out to somewhere around 90 kilos. We have one more run to do down the field. I'm spreading 24 meters. It's saying there's 0.47 hectares left in the field. I'm going to check to see what's left in the hopper now by reverting over to the spreading screen. So 0.6 hectares left in the field, and 0.4, sorry, I'll get my words muddled, 0.6 left in the hopper. So I'll increase the rate. Now this is very fractional what I'm doing here. So now we have 0.5, and I'm back now. Okay, so we have 0.5 left in the hopper of a hectare, and we have 0.47 left in the spreader. So now we'll drive down the last run and we'll see how it goes. So now we're driving down the last run. We're spreading back at our almost our original rate, 200 kgs per hectare. which because of a double overlap won't make any difference whatsoever in the field. So there you go. The left hopper is now showing that it's empty. Now there'll still be a little bit in it as the sensor goes on. And we've got now it's completely out on the left hand side. And we have 40 kilos left, which is probably on the right hand side. That's why we get to the end of our run here now. Here we are at the end of the run, and we have 24 kgs left in the hopper. Okay, so here I am now on my last, this is the last, we call them an AB line, which is these guys here. I know I ran out probably about 3/4 of the way down on the left hand hopper. As you can see there, it's red. There's 19 kgs in the hopper, or 20, whatever, and there's still some product left in the right hand hopper. So I'm going to drive down here now, and to do that I have to get out of automatic, and I have to revert over to, I have to override the automatic. So now we're spreading down the last run that we did. I'm going to revert over to the spreading screen. There you go, there's the right hopper empty. There's still a little bit coming out. There's the countdown. And she's empty. Now it's reading, as you can see there are 0 kilos. Spreader's empty. And she ran out, I would say, within 10 feet of where she ran out on the way up with the left hopper. So this is how accurate an Amazon spreader is. And by the way, the farmer said there was 6 acres in the field. There was actually 6.6, which is why I had to cut it back a little bit for one run, but we increased that again a little bit because on a double overlap it does make a difference. So that's it, folks. There you go. The field is spread and it's showing 3.6 hectares because obviously she's still going to record the hectares on the double overlap or on the double run. That's what's in the field, 2.6 hectares, which is somewhere around 6.5, 6.6. And you can see here on the map where I drove down on the double, and where my finger is there is where she ran out, and I just drove down here to basically just clean out the hopper. So that's how accurate an Amazon spreader is.